Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I usually do. Today, I will be working on my 3DS. We're going to try and mod it. We're going to try and figure this shit out. I have only modded my Nintendo Wii, and homebrewing a Wii is quite literally dragging and dropping a file onto an SD card and calling it a day. With modding my 3DS, I'm not really entirely sure how well this is going to go. I've done a few steps in advance in order to prepare for this. Step 1 was getting a bigger SD card. To begin with, I only had about a 4GB SD card. I'm pretty sure the very one that comes with the new Nintendo 3DS. God knows how long ago that was. Flipping this bad boy over, I have already done the fun part of unscrewing these two goobers. We just hit the little slips there that are easy for our prying. Let's pry this bitch off. I guess I should have clapped synced as well. Once we have this bad bitch off, we can see on here this area where the SD card lies. Push and pull. It's 4 GB and it ain't doing shit. So I've gone through the trouble of going through my files, formatting said micro SD card that will be replacing this 4GB one. I'm going to eject it. And now we'll be upgrading to this 256GB SD card. That is a jump of about 64 times the size. So I'm excited. We're gonna see what we can do here. The first step is going to be moving our data over. And before I do that, I'm gonna make sure that I can without losing any data.
Upgrade to a larger SD card.
Shout out Moxico.
Any of your downloads.
Shout out Moxico.
Again, the smaller one that
Hey, that's the same one. Let's go.
we were just using into the computer.
Now, the good thing is for me, I have multiple monitors, so don't mind me doing shit on the side here. What I'm gonna do is, in my hard drive, my 2TB one, I will basically just make a folder and do exactly what he said, and just call it 3DS or new 3DS. So here's what's interesting is I think he is, he also has a homebrewed one. So I don't think this is a huge issue. I am just gonna move everything over though. I'm gonna copy it first. The good thing is this 4GB SD card, not a huge deal, what ends up being on it. We're gonna go back to our hacks guide, where this is good, this is just the start. So, micro SD card, cool, FAT32, not exFAT or NTFS. Well, here's hoping that I did the right thing. SD cards larger than 128 gigs are not recommended due to known issues with custom themes and GBA DS graphics. Well, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, ultimately, I don't plan on putting too many ROMs on this thing. It is primarily for the use of custom themes. Virtual Boy is the big one for me, as well as this new, what seems to be a way to stream your games to your computer, which I could potentially use to then actually stream my 3DS games. Even if it's a bit choppy, it still is a very good start. Following this guide alone should not result in data loss, but SD card corruption is always a possibility. You should make a backup of your SD card contents, especially the Nintendo 3DS folder, if you have important data. Now all my 3DS stuff has been moved, which is great. That includes seemingly photos? Yeah, some photos used. Oh my gosh. There's a, sorry, I'm looking, these are screenshots that I've had for like literally years. So I saw one of me with Yo, hold up. Whose man's is this? I remember this shirt. This shirt was hella comfy. This is me in high school. Actually, this is me just getting into high school. So I think I was just in grade 10. Holy shit, how times have changed, huh? God damn. That was a funny little jump scare. That's the only picture of me on that 3DS, by the way. The rest are all Animal Crossing New Leaf screenshots. That's crazy. I took pictures of me in my 20s Oh, there's a picture of me with the shirt off. I think I was at my ex's place. Huh. You won't see that one. Imagine sending yo bitch yo selfies from the 3DS. How do I extract or open a zip file? I know how to fucking do that. That's simple enough. Okay, let's get started. Power off the console. Simple enough. Hold the select button, power on the console while holding the select button if you do not see the custom menu. Oh. Oh. I have not installed the custom firmware yet. Before starting this guide, we will see if custom firmware is already installed. Okay, so I know that it isn't because I have not done that yet. So, look at me, I'm already doing such a great job skipping parts. System version check. Launch system settings on your console. Your system version will be displayed on the bottom right of the screen. So, let's do that quickly. Other settings. Actually, wait, it says it'll say at the top. The bottom right, sorry. So I have version 11.16.049U. We're on 11.16.049U. These instructions only apply. So super-skaterhax, when used to launch the homebrew launcher, is compatible with new models on a version 11.15.0 and above in all regions. So what you need is the super-skaterhax zip for your console or system region, whatever. Let's not scroll down. So let's click on that. Ooh, it just downloads it. Cool. So this, okay, so boot 9 strap is super-skaterhax. Once again, I should be better at this, but I'm not. I am not a professional in the slightest. You will copy the files needed to trigger both super-skaterhax and the homebrew launcher. Power off your console. Insert the SD card into your computer. So my only concern right now is that the update was installed onto the SD card, but we're going to assume not. We're going to turn this bad boy off. I'm going to assume it's doing its thing. So this is how it looks on my 3DS the way it is with my themes that I currently have installed and all the other info. Yeah, I have a lot of games on here, so objection! We'll want to make sure that I keep this SD card. There's no need for me to format it at the moment, and if all goes awry, I at least have that. And I'm just going to set this guy right up here. Little fella. Might take a bit, but that's fine. So, now that we have super-hax zip for your console's region and system, prep work. In this section, you will copy the files needed to trigger both super-skaterhax and the homebrew launcher. So we're going to power up the console, insert the SD card into my computer, copy everything from the super-hax zip to the root of the SD card, overwriting any existing files. So we're going to wait for the stuff to move first. So I'm going to pause the recordings and take a piss. Everything has been moved. This isn't meant to be a tutorial. This is my path. This is my learning. Now we can move the super skater shit over. So let's plop this guy over this way. And we're going to go to, I think, downloads. Super-skaterhax. We'll find a path here. So let's go to, we need to find that exact one, the SD micro, and just straight to the root like it said. Copy everything from super-skaterhax.zip to the root of your SD card, overwriting any existing files. Can't say necessarily it overwrote anything, but that's fine. We have boot 9 strap, we have config there, so all good. Reinsert your SD card into the console. All right, this is the moment of truth. Okay. This is a great sign. So everything is showing up as it's supposed to. Wireless communication off for the moment, because that should make me nervous. All right, let's go install a system update. Yay! Brick your system. Step 1, other settings, profile. And we're going to go to region settings. These settings will be temporarily changed to increase the success rate of the exploit. You can store your region settings back to normal once you have finished this page. If you get a warning that says you will lose access to Nintendo Network ID features, you can safely select OK to continue. Okay, so we're going to change it to the United States, is basically the idea. LMNOPQRSTUV, United States. OK, do not set. OK. In this section, you will visit the browser exploit page, which will launch the homebrew launcher. If you haven't already, make sure you have a working internet connection set up to your console. My bad. I should have kept the Wi-Fi connection on, but we're learning. It is connected to the internet. You can see, oh my god. At the top there, we got the 3 bars. You know it's a good connection. On the home menu, press left and right shoulder buttons at the same time to open the camera. Ironically enough, on my other new 3DS, my original one that was like the red one that had come out, this wouldn't work for me. It just, the cameras just would not turn on. It was unfortunate. That's why there's not a lot of pictures that exist after that initial image you guys saw from 2015. Tap the QR code and scan. Zooty at GitHub. So, if you get a security certificate warning, please ensure the system's date is today's. I did not get that, so it should be okay. Press select to open the bookmark tab. Tap bookmark this page. Press B once to return a browser. ZR to open the tab list. ZR. Make sure that the only tab open is the super-skaterhax website. This tab should be highlighted on blue. Okay, it's already set. If other tabs are open, close them. Done. Press B to return a browser. B. Press start to open the context menu. Start. Tap on settings. Okay, settings has been tapped. Tap on delete cookies. We're going to press A to continue. And the cookies are deleted. Press home to return to the home menu. Then immediately press A to launch the browser again. I was a little too quick with it. Select the Go button. Press A to dismiss the pop-up. Got some colors going on. Holy shit. We just fucking did it. I'm fortunate enough. This shit worked first try. I'm pretty happy about that. Your console will have booted into the homebrew launcher. We do see this. If the exploit was successful, you will have booted into safe B9S installer. With that being said, I have had no freezes. Things are looking pretty good. I'm not going to touch anything because it hasn't said. In this section, you will install custom firmware onto your console. When prompted, input the key combo given on the top screen to install boot 9 strap. If a step on the lower screen has red colored text and you were not prompted to input a key combo, follow the troubleshooting guide. Currently, no red text. I think we're doing okay. Once it is complete, press A to reboot your console. So I think we just tap on this then. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's just installing. All right, I'm going to set this down because I'm nervous. This should make me nervous. Hey, it's looking good so far. All checks passed. Crypto status. To proceed, enter this. Left, down, right, up, A. Wow, this is really cool. We are going to look here. It says your console should have booted into the Luma 3. Oh, wait, go back. So just follow it, I guess. Yeah. No red colored text on the bottom screen, so I think we're good. Luma 3DS configuration menu are settings for the Luma 3DS custom firmware. Many of these settings may be useful for customization or debugging. For the purpose of this guide, leave these options on the default settings. Do not check or uncheck anything. Good thing I stopped myself. If your console shuts down when you try to power it on, ensure that you have copied boot firm from the Luma 3DS zip to the root of your SD card. I'm going to say it's probably fine. We're going to press start to save and reboot. So we're going to press start. At this point, your console will boot to Luma 3DS by default. Luma 3DS does not look any different from the normal home menu. If your console has booted into the home menu, it is running custom firmware. Okay. All right. Hey. Yo. On the next page, you will install useful homebrew applications for your setup. So I can now restore my settings back to, that's pretty hype. That's pretty hype. I'm pretty good with that. We're just gonna go back to Canada. The nice thing about the eShops being down and everything is like, I mean, this console is borderline dead, you know? So there's no harm done in a lot of things as long as you don't try to update it. Finalizing setup. Most of these steps will be automated using a script that you will run on your console. Interesting. FBI, that sounds cool. Homebrew launcher loader launches the homebrew launcher. An enemy 3DS installs custom themes. Checkpoint backs up and restores save files for 3DS and DS games. FTPD, access your 3DS SD card wirelessly. Universal Updater, a homebrew app for downloading homebrew from the 3DS over Wi-Fi. Interesting. So it's a homebrew app store. That's crazy. And GodMod 9, multi-purpose tool that which can do NAND and cartridge functions. So let's say now that this is all said and done, we can now turn this off, right? We're good. Cool. It's like nothing even happened. It's like it's the same thing. It's fucking great. Let's see. Turning it back on, does it shut itself off is the question. Because they've given the warning basically saying, okay, no, it doesn't. This thing fucking works perfectly fine. So this is cool because it's like nothing has even happened. So on this page, we will make critical system install homebrew programs. Most of these steps will be automated using a script that you will run on your console. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. So this is like an automated thing that will get all these on. Damn, they make this shit easy. Holy fuck. Power off your console. Insert your SD card into the computer. Good thing we already did that. Okay. Save. Final. Yeah, wait. Sorry, I have really bad memory. Okay, perfect. And you. And yeah, we can just put it right back onto that 256 micro. Boom. And they're there. That's it. So root of SD card for the finalize and finalize helper firm needs to go to the payloads folder. Perfect. So we're honestly going to just cut this one. Open the Luma folder. Boom. Create a folder named payloads. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, but it's already there. It's already there. They already fucking made that shit. Copy finalize helper firm into the payloads. Boom. It's there now. Reinsert your SD card into your console, and it's just that fucking easy. We're going to go eject. Now that that's ready to go, we're going to take it out, whip that bitch out, stick it in real quick, updating the system. So in this section, you will update your system to the latest version, which is safe to do with custom firmware. Holy shit, did not know that. That's not the same on Wii. You update that shit, you brick your console. I can't say the same at this point now, fucking almost, 20 years since the Wii launched, but I know that was always a thing that you can brick your console by trying to update. So this is cool. I can't believe how fucking simple this is. It's modding is so daunting, and homebrewing is so daunting when you think about it. And then you just start doing it and you're like, it's, move files to a certain thing and do this. And it's like, if you follow all the steps correctly, this is the easiest shit in the world. So we're going to go back to the settings. I'm going to have a sip of my banana milk. I'll correct myself, a gulp. I think it's up to date, but if it isn't, then it'll let us know. It's updating. Okay, it's updating. In Luma, we trust. I'm very nervous. I'm not gonna fuck around and act like I'm not. So then with the RTC and DSP setup, in this section you will sync your 3DS internal clock to the actual time and dump the sound firmware, which is necessary for some homebrew software to use sound properly. You're gonna press the shoulder pad, D-pad, and select at the same time to open the Rosalina menu. Okay. So we're not gonna get too ahead of ourselves here, but system update is complete. The system will now be restarted. Okay. Yeah, I'm shocked at that. That works that way. Definitely thought it was gonna be some old bullshit. And just like that, it turns on like nothing even happened. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna install custom themes because this one is just like perfect. Like I've seen some of the custom themes that people have made and like none of them actually like pan. Left shoulder, D-pad down, select. At the same time to open the Rosalina menu. So we're gonna go left, down, and select. You can take a screenshot! That's fucking huge. Now we're gonna go to... Oh, that's cool. So you can change the Rosalina menu if you need to X and Y if there's an issue with like one of your buttons not working. But at that point, like why would you mod a 3DS with broken buttons? Like, so you're gonna select miscellaneous options. We're gonna click on that, boom. Now we have dump DSP firmware. It's at the bottom here. You can barely see it, but boom. DSP firm successfully written to its, we're gonna press B to continue. 1 up, nullify user time offset. We're gonna hit B to continue. Oh, no, we're gonna select it again. So we're gonna do that. And then now we can press B because the operation has succeeded. B, press B to return to the Rosalina main menu, B, and B to exit, B. Cool. They make sure they are thorough with this shit. Going down, section 4, setup script. So in this section, you will use a series of scripts to automate homebrew installation, SD card cleanup, and system file backup. So first, we're going to power off the console. So now that it's off, we're going to hold down the X button as it says. So press and hold, boom. While holding X, power on the console, boom. This will launch the finalizing setup menu. God Mod 9, 6th anniversary. So, essential files backup not found. Create one now. So let's read what it says here. If the helper was successful, your console will boot into God Mode 9. From this point forward, you can access God Mode 9 by holding Start while powering on your console. Cool, good to know. If you are prompted to create an essential files backup, press A to do so. Boom. Then press A to continue. Boom. If you are prompted to fix the RTC date and time, press A to do so, then set the date and time, then press A to continue. The time is off, but I'm not getting any sort of thing. So let's see what the next thing is here. Press home to bring up the action menu. Select scripts down here. It's at the middle there. And we're going to go finalize. Press A to select. Boom. Follow the prompts on the script, answering any questions that you are asked. If you encounter an error, follow the instructions. Okay, this script will do the following. Install base homebrew applications, copy God Mode 9 to CTR NAND, remove unnecessary SD files, create an essential XFs backup, create a NAND backup. This script may take up to 15 minutes to complete. If you are okay with this, press A to continue. So, it does say follow the prompts in the script, so we're just going to do it. Just let it do its thing. It's only a little nerve-wracking. As long as it doesn't delete the data that I have for my games and stuff, I'm good. That's like my only thing that I'm nervous about in the slightest. Estimated time is about 4 minutes, so I'm going to assume we're good, and I'm just going to pause the recording until then. Yeah. So the setup is complete. Yippee, yahoo, whippy, some might even say. As it says here on the screen, if you are prompted to fix the... Oh, no. That's like 5 steps before. Once the script says setup complete, press A to power off the device. Booyah! I'm like happy, like super happy that all the shit has gone the way it has. I'm so used to shit just not working out for me, so this is refreshing. So we're gonna insert the SD card back into my computer. Copy the GM9 backups folder to a safe location on your computer. So we're gonna delete the sysnan ones from my backups folder. I'm doing that. I'll just move it to show you guys. Doing that right here. Yippee, deleting those. Booyah. They did say that the essential XFs folder, this one right here, can still exist. That's fine. So the essential XFs file is small and may be kept on your SD card for ease of access. And with that, you're done. Custom firmware is now fully configured on your console. Trying to figure out what to do with your newly modded device, visit our wiki. So we are going to go to the wiki quickly because there's the one reason, the main reason why I ever wanted to basically do this was to play Virtual Boy games. As some of you guys know, if you've seen on the channel, I do have a Virtual Boy video where I went through all the games that I had collected over time. But I sold them. I sold my Virtual Boy. I had wanted one for so long, and I loved it, and I played it, and it was cool. It was really like such a cool part of my collection, but it was a big waste of space, and I wasn't going to use it. And honestly, the money that I was paying into it to get more games and everything, and a lot of them that just don't even work in English. It is region free. It just wasn't worth it. So I decided, once I found out that Virtual Boy games could now be installed and played in 3D on your 3DS, it was a no-brainer to me. Like this was the way to go about it. The physical games were cool, I will not lie to you, and playing it was something else. But I did it, and I owned it, and I loved it, and I had it for about a year. And I also got $1,000 to get that off of my conscience, so it was worth it. Okay, so now that everything is kind of wrapped up and it's all installed, I installed a whole fuck ton of Virtual Boy ROMs as well as the Red Viper application itself. Press start. Wow, look at this fish. Ooh, yum yum. I'm eating. This is horrible. You get the point. It's working though. What I actually wanted to show was, and it's cool, you can actually swap between the things. So there's fast forward, that's cool. Video settings, I think, is right here. 3D mode, awesome. Anti-flicker, cool, don't really need that. Slider mode, 3DS, settings, color mode. And so you can see the original default aesthetic for the Virtual Boy was this black on red, but with the power of technology, we can change it to whatever fucking color we want. Wow, the 3D effect is really, really cool. It's like it's coming right at me. Ow! Ow! Fuck! So, for the time of recording this video, I started on a Wednesday when I was sick, and I got worse. Wow, can you believe it? So this is about 3 days after, but we're gonna go through some of the main things that I ended up doing in my sick days here. Installing a bunch of games, had to. Everything from a 3D port of Super Mario 64 to a game I've never played, like Paper Mario Sticker Star. I refuse to pay money for that one, so yeah. But there's other games that I already own that I'm thinking about downloading still, just to have it so I don't have to use the cartridge anymore. Maybe it's just time to go all digital when you have that, but still keeping the cartridges just for a keepsake, you know? Games that are harder to find or more expensive, like Persona Q2, Project Cross Zone 2. I do own the first one in its box with its poster and everything. And games that I've really wanted to try out and possibly modify, such as Metal Gear Solid 3D and its 60 FPS or stable frame rate mod. I can't remember if it's 60 or if it just locks it to 30. What we're going to do here quickly is I'm going to show an example of the whole reason why I did this, which is to stream games to my computer and hopefully be able to start getting footage. Is that going to happen? It's yet to be seen. Using Citra, there is an app called Artic Base. Well, it's not Arctic, it's Arctic. Kind of like Gartic Phone, but without the phone and without the G. But it keeps it G. Once it's ready, you literally just launch it on the app, and then it tells you to select a game from the home menu. The problem is, this only works with Nintendo 3DS games. I don't even know if Virtual Console counts in that. The game in question is Kid Icarus Uprising. I love this game so much. It's honestly a masterpiece. I still have all the content that came with it. I got this game for my birthday back when it came out. I still have the 3DS stand. Kid Icarus Uprising supports CirclePad Pro support, which means, technically speaking, you can use the second stick right here, but doesn't support it the way you would think. It's pretty stupid, actually. I bought a CirclePad Pro for my original 3DS. I used it, and to my utter horror and dismay, basically they make it so that you use that other stick as the stick to move, and then you use basically whatever you would use the buttons for, you would now use the D-pad for it. It's really dumb. No, sorry, Mr. Sakurai. Not a fan. Now, the really cool thing is I could actually install this straight to my DS if I wanted to. I could modify the game so that I can use twin stick. And so the little tiny circle pad on the right, I could then use for aiming. That's the idea. The aiming is used with your stylus, but there's a different control setup that you can use so that you can use the other buttons for aiming. Cool in concept. But if you have support for the CirclePad Pro, why wouldn't you just use twin sticks? That makes so much more sense. But they didn't do it. So finally, with modding, you actually can do that, which is pretty remarkable. So now I've connected to Artic Base. It is basically in the waiting stage. So you can see at the top here, it says not responding, which is what it does. But to me, like, if there's one 3DS game that I know I want to play on stream, that I want to share with people, or even just play in a new way, it's this one. Holy shit, it loaded. That actually loaded quite quick. Will the rest of the game load quick is the other question. This game is massive. I'm talking fucking massive. So for it to even function properly, well, the game came with AR cards, and then through other means you could get more. I know I got some through Nintendo Power. Shout out Nintendo Power, rest in peace. And so I do question, do those camera functions still work? Holy shit. Okay, so wow. It's struggling a bit, and it's restarting the cutscene, I think, just to make it work. So I do question when stuff like that happens in game, because it makes it keep restarting. I'm intrigued to see. Oh,
sorry to keep you waiting.
Holy shit!
It's been too long, Lady
Oh my god!
We can chat later, Pit, but now it's time to fight.
Wow!
The underworld army's invaded.
Whoa! You weren't kidding.
Oh my god! I could just. Okay, I accidentally tapped on the thing by accident.
Use the L button to fire. You can target enemies with the stylus.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
It's my duty to protect humanity from her.
This is really... Oh. I spoke way too soon. I was about to say this is really impressive. So it takes a...
Medusa.
New...
Hello there, Pit.
I figured new things load up. It slows down a bit, but...
Crash my homecoming party.
They're moving their attack to the ground.
Then so are we.
Here we go, chat. We're going down. Ooh. So when it has to load new level assets, there's a little bit of a... Ooh.
Flight is my gift to you. I'll control your route so you can focus on battle. After that, your wings will burn up.
Yeah, when it has to...
You'll fall.
When it has to add new level assets, it struggles a bit, but that's fine. This is cool. I can't believe this.
How are things looking
It's not
to
perfect,
you?
right? But
You can adjust the field you...
definitely makes you like realize how seamless they make these
Do you
things
hear that?
in
Do you
game.
hear the people's cheers?
It's our duty to protect them. Prepare for land
The music
battle.
is awesome. Here we go. So how long is the transition between sky, air battle, and land battle? Lips. Whoa. Fuck was that? Elden Ring ball. So let's see how things get when you add a boss into the equation. God, my throat hurts.
Twin Bellows.
The underworld's faithful watchdog.
Yeah, like even their audio coming in late doesn't make any difference. It's fine.
Try circling left or right as you attack. Keep your aim.
Yeah! Victory's mine!
Excellent job, Pit.
I guess that's what happens when you play on intensity 0.0. That's really funny.
Listen well, Medusa. Your days of darkness are numbered. Prepare to meet the light!
Let's return for now. This was just our first step in defeating Medusa.
Yeah, this game's great. Dude, this excites me. You know, I might be a sick bastard, but we're just going to convert that to hearts. Thank you. At the very least, I know that this game works, and that means a lot to me. I also am already getting hand cramps, so we're going to call our quits here. Anyway, back to the main video, because, yeah, I'm not redoing the outro again. Thanks for watching. And with that, I have successfully modded my first 3DS. Not the first one I owned, but my first time modding a 3DS. And it was fucking easy as shit. As long as you follow all the steps, it is one of the easiest processes that you can actually go through and just go from start to finish in about an hour or so. It took longer for me because I ended up realizing I only had that 4GB SD card, so I had to quickly run to the store. I ended up buying a 512 that then I could go put into my Nintendo Switch, move my Nintendo Switch data from, you know, the old SD card to the new one, and then moving the data from my 4GB to the 256, and then finally getting the process done. So, you know, if you keep that in mind and you already have everything that you need, or you're starting from scratch, you're fucking golden. For me, though, even with those little hiccups in the way, it was more just of a time commitment than actual pain and heartache. If you have a new 3DS, fuck it, even if you have an old one, I highly recommend doing that. This was one of the easiest mini projects that I put upon myself. At this point in time, I still need to install Pretendo, maybe a couple other emulators, and what I would say the biggest goal for me is basically stream my 3DS wirelessly. Is it going to be perfect? No. But with technology going the way it is and how fast things are getting, who knows, maybe in a couple years time we will be at a point where we can just stream our 3DS to OBS and perfectly encapsulate what we are doing on there, instead of having to find these capture cards out in the wild that cost way too fucking much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Hopefully this helped you in some way. Mod your 3DS. It's surprisingly easy. And with that, my 3DS was modded. I was shocked to see how perfectly Virtual Boy emulated, in that 3D was crisp as fuck. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my patrons. That's one Moxie Duckling, Y Guy Dev, Greedy Melons, and Bot Over the Water Tribe. Thank you guys for your generous support. Hey, another video? What? Crazy. I do have another video on the way as we get closer to March and closer to April with the Switch 2. I do have some other things coming up, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching.